and welcome to Geeky Girls Knit. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a bit weird.
And we welcome you to episode 18 of Geeky Girls Knit. Today is Thursday, December 27th. Sorry, my days are a bit mixed up.
The day after Boxing Day.
Yes.
I don't know what Bach is.
You'll have to look it up. I don't really know what it is either. Thank you for giving us grace for not recording yesterday. I'm still dealing with a pretty bad migraine that's been with me for day 3 now, I think. It's a little better today, but anyway, we're going to try to record anyway. So thank you for understanding that we didn't record yesterday. We welcome back all of our returning viewers, and we say hello to any new viewers we have, and let's get started. Alright, first we're going to talk about what's on our needles. I am working on a pair of socks. I am calling these my mix match leftover socks because I am using up some leftover yarn from other pairs of socks and mixing them together to make some socks. So here is what I've done so far. I got a pair of, what is this called?
Sock blockers.
Sock blockers in this week. So this color up here at the top is Vice Sockalicious in Amazingly Amy, and then this color right here is Regia Garden Effects in Flower Garden. I know I'm going to go back to the Amazingly Amy for the heel, and then who knows what else I'll use, depends on what I run out of, but I'm doing these 2 at a time, toe up, on size US 1 2.25 millimeter, and I'm just using just a basic vanilla sock pattern from our local yarn store, Yarnies, and it's just 2 at a time, toe up sock pattern, just a real simple vanilla sock pattern, and I'm almost done with the foot, about to be ready to start the heel flap. Sorry, my words are not here very well today. Damaris might be doing quite a bit of the talking today. We're going to talk about Doctor Who, so I'm sure she'll be thrilled to talk quite a bit about that. What's on your needle, sweetie?
I'm also doing socks with the same pattern that she's using.
But you're using a different weight of yarn?
Yes, sport weight.
What kind of yarn is it?
Knit Picks Brava in Rouge.
And you're using a different needle size?
Size 4.
3.5 millimeters. So, and she just cast that on, actually.
She did.
I just cast that on for her just a few minutes ago so that she can work on that, because she's still waiting for her sweater yarn to come in. Hopefully after the first of the year, after inventory, it'll be in. So we're both working on socks. Easy peasy, mindless for the most part. So that's what's on our needles. Alrighty.
Now we're going to talk about our finished projects, none of which we have with us.
Well, I have mine with me, but I can't show you.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us about yours and why you can't show it.
It was a headband.
The Starstruck headband.
Yeah, and I can't show it to you because I don't have it, because I gave it as a gift.
It was in your leftover Swagger Light Army Girl yarn.
Yeah.
and she gave it as a gift to a friend of ours when we were in New Mexico. And my finished project was the secret project that I've been working on. That's a pair of socks that I'm submitting for publication, and so I can't show them to you yet. So, we were very productive this past week. We just can't show them to you. So, finished projects, we have some. We'll show them to you at some point. Damaris is going to ask her friend to take a picture of the headband so she can post it on her Ravelry page. And I'll show you my socks when I can. Those are our finished projects. Man, we are flying through this podcast. Don't worry, we have a lot of yummies. All right, on to the next segment. All right, now on to my very favorite part of the show, the part of the show that we call Yummies. And that is the part of the show that we talk about our favorite things, or things that we really love right now, things that make us happy, things that are yummy. So my yummies for this week are actually Christmas presents, and actually I don't even have them to show you, which is kind of funny. One of them will actually be here tomorrow. The majority of my Christmas present for this year were Amazon gift cards, which was by request because I am getting an Amazon Kindle Fire HD. Would you please quit yawning?
Sorry.
Didn't she do this last week too, y'all? I think she did. Quit yawning.
Yawn.
Am I boring you?
No.
Okay, so I'm getting a Kindle Fire HD, and it will be here tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. The other Christmas present that was most significant to me was Living Water gift cards. If you don't know about the organization Living Water, it is an organization that provides clean water to places all over the world by digging wells and teaching the people in those countries how to take care of those wells in order to provide clean drinking water in places that don't have access to that currently. And the neat thing about this organization is you can buy gift cards. You can buy gift cards, which we did this year and have done for several years. And when you give these gift cards, the people that you give them to can go online, enter in the gift card number, and choose where in the world they want the monetary value to be used. And so not only did we give some of these gift cards this year, but we also received some. We sponsor a Compassion International child named Clara in Nicaragua. And Carla is a girl who is exactly 1 year younger than Damaris. They share the same birthday, just 1 year apart. And so this year, when we went in to choose where we wanted the Living Water money to be spent, we chose Nicaragua. So that was kind of a neat thing to be able to choose for clean water to be those wells to be drilled in Nicaragua. So, those are my yummies for this week. What about you, Miss Damaris? She has a whole list. This is going to be the Damaris show now.
I'll start with the tiny things. Okay. I got a metal bracelet that says, I believe in Sherlock Holmes. Here.
I don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah.
Here's Sherlock Holmes.
That was from her Aunt Carrie and Uncle JR and nephews and niece.
I don't have a nephew and niece.
Nephews and niece.
I have cousins.
I mean cousins. I have nephews and niece. Sorry. Migraine.
And I got Sherlock buttons that have close-up of the wall. Close-up of the... Will you stop?
It's hard to see because they're in the bag, too.
A close-up of the wallpaper. Eliminate the impossible upside down. I am blank locked upside down. The wallpaper with the smiley face. Moriarty was real. And I believe in Sherlock Holmes.
Those are also from
Yeah.
Uncle and
My
and
nephews
cousins.
and niece.
I'm sorry. My brain's not working.
And then nail polishes. But not just any nail polishes. Fandom nail polishes. This one is Melody Malone. This one is Barefoot on the Moon. This one is Mind Palace. I am wearing Melody Malone right now. It looks kind of blue, but it's not. It's purpley.
Those were from her friend Katie,
Yeah.
who was the recipient of the headband.
Yes. And then I got a shirt.
This is awesome. This is called
Part of Every
Part
World.
of Every World, and it was the TARDIS with the Doctor holding his hand out to Ariel, the Little Mermaid. And she has been a Little Mermaid fan for umpteen zillion years. And so it was totally good. And Santa gave that to her.
Jeff gave it to me.
Santa
Jeff gave it to me.
gave that to her.
Santa, or have I always known him? Jeff. And a sonic screwdriver we promote.
That was from her G-Paw and B-Maw, my mom and dad.
Ooh.
That's cool.
And
Ow.
okay.
This is awesome. We actually played it Christmas Day,
Yeah.
and guess who won?
She did.
I bankrupted both Damaris and Russ and won.
It's all fun and games until someone breaks out of the hotels.
That's right, like 8 of them. But it's really cool. It has all of the properties are episode titles, and the pieces, the playing pieces are like the sonic screwdriver and a bow tie.
Yes, the classic sonic screwdriver, the 7th Doctor's umbrella, the 2nd Doctor's recorder, the 5th Doctor's celery, the 11th Doctor's bow tie, and the 4th Doctor's scarf.
And then the cards are unit and Gallifrey.
Mm-hmm.
The money is in pounds. It's really cool. It was a lot of fun. We had fun playing it.
Yeah, stuff.
I had to.
No, it got mixed up.
It did. I reorganized it a while ago, but it kind of got messed up again. But it was fun. You got Doctor Who socks too.
I did Doctor Who knee-high socks, and my calf muscle makes the TARDIS look fat. It does.
And what did your mama give you? Your mama and your daddy give you?
A Kindle, but not yet.
Tomorrow. She gets a Kindle tomorrow.
I get a Kindle tomorrow. Yeah, the Kindle that she's giving me, it's her old one, but it already says Damaris' Kindle. It's mine.
It's right here, actually. Ah, it's plugged in. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it.
Damaris' Kindle.
This was all an agreed upon thing. And she was cool with it, and so she's getting my old Kindle, which is the original Kindle Fire. And Russ is getting an original Kindle Fire, and I'm getting the Kindle Fire HD. So, she made a hauling of Doctor Who and Sherlock stuff, and it's all yummy, and we're excited. Yummies!
Now I need cabin pressure buttons, but they're sold out right now.
And we listened to Cabin Pressure,
Yes, we finished all of it.
and it was really good. We enjoyed it.
Yes.
Um,
Arthur Shappy is the best.
I think I enjoyed series 3 of it the most out of all 3 series of it. We listened to it on the way to New Mexico.
I can do the entire scene where Martin does his French accent.
Oh my gosh, that is the funniest. Which episode is that in?
Kiki Tarjuak.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite episode.
In that Kiki Tarjuak.
If you have not listened to the BBC radio drama Cabin Pressure.
Well, it's good. It's a comedy.
Well, yeah. You need to listen to it. It's so funny. We'll put a link to it in the show notes where you can listen to it. It is so funny. Well worth your time to listen to. The series 4 of it starts in January.
On January 9th with the episode Timbuktu.
Oh, how funny. I didn't know that was the next episode. That's funny.
Yeah, we didn't know either until a few days ago when the BBC put it on their schedule.
Well worth your time. All right, are we ready to move on to the next segment? All right, here we go.
Now we're going to talk about what books we're reading and what TV we're watching. I'm not reading a book right now because it's the holidays.
But I bet after you get your Kindle tomorrow, we'll look at some of the freebie books.
Sherlock books.
Yeah, we'll have to look and see if some of the Sherlock books are on some of the freebie classic.
Yeah, I have a list.
My hair is like funky.
I have a list of all of them. I have a list of all of the Sherlock books.
Okay, this is really weird because we're like mirror images and I can't figure out which way to go. Okay. No, it's funnier. Help.
It looks fine.
But there was a piece sticking up all funny.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Stop moving! There.
Okay. My head is just killing me, and it's just making me crazy. Okay, the book that I'm about to start reading, I actually purchased it yesterday. It's been on my want to read list. I've read everything that she's written already, and just hadn't been able to get this new book that she just put out yet, and it was on sale yesterday, so I bought it. It's called A Year of Biblical Womanhood by Rachel Held Evans. She's an amazing writer, and this book just came out a few months ago, and so I'm really excited to start reading it. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. If you get a chance to read anything that she's written, I highly recommend her writing. So there was not a whole lot of stuff on TV this week because of the holidays.
But the episodes that we're on had a lot of things.
Yes. So we're going to start by talking about Fringe.
For not very long.
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about Doctor Who for very long.
Yeah. So, the Fringe episode was episode 5.10. The title was Anomaly XB-6783746. Say that 5 times fast.
5 times fast.
No, I said say that 5 times fast.
That 5 times fast.
That.
That.
So this episode centered around the observer child Michael and Walter trying to get answers for him. And it also had a lot to do with Nina. And in this episode, we lost Nina. The observers found out that Nina was helping Walter and Olivia and Peter. And Nina was compromised, and she hid Michael from the observers. And rather than letting the observers read her, she killed herself and gave her life so that Michael could live and so that the information that she had would stay hidden. And then towards the end of the episode, Michael and Walter used technology to connect to each other, and then were able to, once that initial connection was made, they were able to, Michael was able to allow Walter to read his thoughts, and they were able to, Walter was able to remember the plan and see what was supposed to happen for them to be able to beat the observers. We were able to see that Donald is the observer September, which we didn't know. We knew that Donald was an important part of this plan, but we did not know who Donald was. We also knew September was an important part of the plan, but we did not know that they were the same person. We only have 3 episodes of Fringe left. as this show ends. It won't be back until January the 11th, but we do know that in order to beat the observers, they are going to have to reset time.
Psh, the Doctor's done that plenty of times. He even rebooted the universe once, like it was a computer.
Well, they've never reset time in Fringe. So, Fringe will be back on the 11th. They have 3 episodes left. Time is going to have to be reset. And,
Time can be rewritten.
And the observers are going to be beat. So I'm excited to see how things end. This has been a really great series. 5 seasons of a really great show, and I'm going to miss it as it ends. Now, major spoiler warning. We always warn you on the screen that we are going to talk about current TV, but here is your major spoiler warning. We are about to talk about Doctor Who Christmas Special, The Snowmen. If you do not want to be spoiled, you need to fast forward, stop it, because we're about to just tell you everything because we watched it 3 times already. So if you do not want to be spoiled, this is your only warning because we're about to dive in. Seriously, spoiler warning. This is it. Here we go. We're serious. This is it. Okay, here we go.
Okay, well, you start with the things that you wrote, and then we'll talk about things that I observed.
Okay, well...
He had a new print bow tie.
He did have a new print bow tie.
I liked it. It had, like, flower things on it, but it didn't look real old-timey, ugly. It looked really good.
It was crooked.
Yes, it was
kind of like his mind.
Why would you say something like that?
Because he was... Well, like his emotions, too. He was very off-kilter. Because he was still grieving losing Rory and Amy.
So many emotions.
So the bow tie was off-kilter, his mind was off-kilter.
And originally he didn't even have it on, he just had on a regular tie.
Mm-hmm. So it was very symbolic.
Oh my gosh, symbolic bow ties, we've lost our mind.
Bow ties are cool.
We've lost our and we haven't even begun yet.
And then we've got Clara, Oswin, Oswald.
Clara Oswin.
And, I mean, from the get-go, you could just tell she knew something.
Knew what thing?
That she knew the Doctor.
But she doesn't, or does she?
I think she does. I think from the get-go, when she asks him in the alley about the snowman, there was just something that I could just see that I think she knew him.
Well, okay, spoilers for Series 7 Part 2, because I've been researching it all afternoon. Apparently, when they were filming the opener, some people that were standing by were able to hear some of the dialogue, and Clara said that she didn't know anything about the TARDIS.
See,
and she didn't recognize the Doctor.
See, it seemed like to me that she knew something. Because, I mean, and then when she's on top of the carriage, Doctor Who? I mean, she knows what to call him.
Well, she climbed on top of the carriage and heard the Doctor say that his name was Doctor. And she was like, Doctor Who? She said the thing!
I love the line about, that the Doctor says about that he's the governess's gentleman friend and they've been upstairs kissing.
Kissing!
That cracked me up. But then your daddy was like, well, what happened to River? How come they're kissing? He thinks...
Okay.
Russ thinks that River is dead.
Which she's not, because Moffat has confirmed that she is coming back in Series 7 Part 2.
Yeah, I don't think she is, but he is convinced that she's dead.
And I don't know why.
The Doctor is so much older. He thinks that, like, several hundred years have passed between the Pawns dying and now, and the Snowman episode.
when he heard the Doctor say over 1,000 years of saving the universe, he thought it meant 1,000 years since he lost the pawns.
And I don't think that.
No, it means he's over 1,000 years old. Like, I think he's 11 now. He's between 1,000 and 1,100 something.
Yeah.
I think.
Strax. Oh my gosh.
He's a psychotic potato dwarf.
Please do not noogie me during combat prep.
Sir, emergency. I think I've been run over by a cab. Silence, boy. Sorry. Silence, girl. Sorry, lad.
You kissed me. And you blushed.
You kissed me. And you blushed.
The new TARDIS.
Blast from the past. Also, the new theme sequence is also a blast from the past. It's the first to have the Doctor's face in it since the 1985 serial Survival.
It looks like fire to me. I know it's not fire, but it looks very fire-ish to me.
Fire.
I know it's not fire, but it looks very fire-ish to me.
It's not fire.
It looks very fire-ish to me. Very fire-ish. There's a lot of tests. There was a lot of tests in the episode. What's her name? The V lady? Vastra. I can't remember her name. Vastra tests Clara.
Ow.
A lot. There was a lot of flirting.
It's because it's Christmas. And because all the companions flirt with the Doctor. It's a law.
The TARDIS is smaller on the outside.
Oh my gosh, I love her so much.
And is there a kitchen because she likes to make souffles.
I love her so much.
And then we have the London Underground.
You're scaring me, stop it.
Which Vastra woke up in the London Underground.
Yes. Because they were workers.
Yes.
And they disturbed her and her family.
And the Doctor told the Great Intelligence about the London Underground.
Well, he showed him a map of the London Underground, but he didn't mean to.
Right. So the London Underground is going to be... Something about the London Underground is going to happen in Part 2 of Series 7.
No, it already did happen. In the second Doctor thing. The Great Intelligence was...
But I think there's going to be something else about the London Underground in Part 2 of this of Series 7. I think there is. That's my opinion. Carnivorous snow meets Victorian values.
And something terrible is born.
Memory worm.
Didn't use the gauntlets, did you?
No. Run, you clever boy, and remember. It's Souffle Girl again. What's this about?
Okay. Clara is seen wearing a lot of red dresses. Oswin, Oswin, whatever, wore one in Asylum of the Daleks. She wore one when she was a barmaid in Snowmen. And in the Series 7 Part 2 preview, she's seen wearing red dresses in what I think the episode is called The Bells of St. John. And then she's seen wearing another one in what I assume is the episode Journey to the Center of the TARDIS. So what is with her and her red dresses?
Maybe it's her signature like the Doctor's bow tie.
Yes, I've been trying to find Oswin's red dress from Asylum of the Daleks, but it's practically non-existent. It's non-existent. I can't find it. And also, Clara, on her gravestone, said she was born November 23rd, 1866. 97 years later, I think, I think it's 97 years later, the first episode of Doctor Who airs.
Bum, bum,
So,
bum.
her birthday is tied in with the 50th.
Interesting. And now we have to wait till April.
But we have a trailer to tide us over.
And we will put it in the show notes in case you haven't seen it yet.
Also, I think Red Nose Day is coming up. I don't remember when Red Nose Day is. I'll look it up. Red Nose Day is when they do mini comic relief episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And sometimes they do really wear red noses.
So, that is the Snowmen after 3 viewings by us.
Jenna's the most adorable thing ever.
We really enjoyed this episode. Really, really enjoyed it. A lot. A lot.
She's the most adorable thing ever.
I think this was my favorite Christmas episode.
Also, I have not loved a companion this much since Donna.
I really like her. She's very strong, very
feisty, and flirtatious.
I really like her.
Woo!
So there is our TV for the week. All right, let's move on because we have a winner. All right, it's trivia time. So, the trivia question for last week was, name this movie and who says the quote in it. The quote was, folks, I have an announcement to make.
An announcement?
An announcement, and I want you to be the first to know. I don't know whether the best things happen while you're dancing or if they just happen in Vermont. It was a Christmas movie, and the answer was White Christmas, and it was said by Phil. And the only person to get the answer right was Mitten Mom. We had somebody that got the movie right, but they did not name the person who said it, and when I responded back to them, they never got back to me with the person. So we had 25 correct answers over the 6-week trivia contest. And so we did a random number generator from 1 to 25. And the number that was drawn, drum roll please, was 24. And so the winner is, drum roll please, Jordy Bear 614.
Ow, my fingers.
So congratulations, Jordy Bear 614. We will send you your prize. I don't want to spoil it for her. So I'll send her the prize, and then we'll tell you what the prize is maybe next week, because I want her to be surprised. So, and we're going to take this week off, and maybe start a new trivia contest maybe next week or the week after. Because this was a lot of fun, I think. Did y'all have fun doing this? Let us know. So maybe we'll start another one next week or the week after and do another 6 week or something, because I think it was fun. Let us know. All right. Alrighty, that's a wrap for episode 18 of Geeky Girls Knit. And this is the last episode for 2012. When we record next, it will be 2013.
Unless we're all dead.
No, honey, the alpacalypse already happened.
Mean apocalypse. And the doctor saved us.
Bum, bum, bum.
I have computer screens in my eyes.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for being with us for these 18 episodes. We've really enjoyed doing this with y'all. And we look forward to a lot more episodes in 2013.
It's been a long road.
Getting from there to here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for interacting with us. Let us know if there's something you'd like to see us add to the podcast.
I'm very mature and professional.
Yeah.
Except when I have a lemon taped to the top of my hat.
I gave her sugar before the podcast. So sorry. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next year. Happy knitting. Happy New Year. See you next year.